1 Samuel 17:49. And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon his face to the earth.
And Polight got a big ass forehead. That's why he's always wearing hats. Go ahead.
So David prevailed over the Philistines with a sling and with a stone, and smote the Philistines and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine, and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath. Therefore, and slew him and cut off his head therewith.
He cut off his fucking head with his own sword. And that's the ultimate disrespect.
That's right. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled.
So when Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the King of Kings, he's right behind you. You see that crown? The King of Kings, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, when he destroys you, the house of conscience, they're going to flee, man.
That's right.
And the spirit, they're going to get all messed up.
Smite the shepherd.
Smite the shepherd. And the flock shall what? Flee.
That's right.
Right?
Therefore, it says, Therefore, David ran and stood upon the Philistine and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath thereof and slew him and cut off his head therewith. And the Philistines saw their champion was dead.
And that's what they say what you are. They call you the champion, right? He's a champion. He's the top dude in the house of consciousness. The Hamite. Go ahead.
And the men of Israel and of Judah arose and shouted and pursued the Philistines until thou come to the valley and to the gates of Ekron. And the wounded of the Philistines fell down by the way to Sharaim, even unto Gath and unto Ekron. And the children of Israel returned from chasing after the Philistines, and they spoiled their tents.
Yeah, they took their shit. They robbed and took their shit, man.
And David took the head of the Philistine and brought it to Jerusalem, but he put his armor in his tent.
Yeah, that's right. His armor. That's what they do now. Like even in the Middle East, you kill your opponent, you take a souvenir so you can remember that killing.
Yeah.
And chopped his head off and took his head with him. Literally took his fucking head with him, man. And how about Shem Yahushai gonna take your head? The King of Kings, Yahushai. See that crown in the back? Hey, that's symbolism, man. You know about that, right, Polight? You know about symbolism. You're a Mason, right? You're a Mason, right? Here it is. You talk about the Bible and you're shooting at the Bible, but you a Mason. Don't you quote Psalms 133, man?
That's right.
Don't you Masons go into that, man? So how you going to shoot the scriptures? But guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahushai going to shoot you. Your time of destruction's at the end. Give me Amos 9:11. We'll close out with that. Hey, man, the time is coming. So in the spirit, we're looking at it as David versus Goliath. You know, the house of David versus the Philistines, man, them Hamites.
Got you right.
Right?
Amos chapter 9, verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen.
And that's happening now. The King of Kings, Yahushai, he's raising up on earth the King David, Malak Dawadah, and the mighty men that was with him. Go ahead.
And close up the breaches thereof.
The 12 tribes are coming together. The blacks, Hispanics, Native American, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Issachar, Ephraim, Naphtali, Zebulun, Manasseh, Simeon. All right? All the 12 tribes, the blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, the 144,000, the future rulers. The future rulers of the next world to come. And the 1/3. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it says, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
As in the days of old. We just brought out the scriptures of what? 1 Samuel 17 of King David slaying Goliath. That same warlike spirit, that same warrior spirit is coming back. The Lord's saying that he's going to give us back that power, man.
That's right. That's right. And you see the breaches being closed up, because when you look at the different camps that you've been to, you see that the Most High is bringing our people together. The people that he wants to bring together, he's bringing them together. This brother Simeon, Gad, you got Judah in the camp, Levi, Manasseh, Issachar. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The Lord
all the 12 tribes.
Yeah, all the 12 tribes. So the Lord is bringing turning the differences away, but he's bringing the ones together that he wants together, man.
The army, the Lord of armies, Lord of hosts.
That's right. To show what? His power, man. His power. Because you got our people still out here fighting against each other, but us brothers ain't fighting against each other, and we don't know each other from Adam, man. And we are of different tribes, man. You got all the tribes in the camps, man.
We got the house of David. You're going to have house cleaning.
That's right.
That's it, right?
Tom.
Basically, we're the time of the Passover when the Lord destroyed the Egyptians, delivered the children of Israel. The time of the Passover when Yahushua went on that cross. And for Acts 5:29 tells you, Acts 5:30, to give repentance and forgiveness of sins. And Yahweh Shai is coming back. He's coming back to destroy America, man. Modern day Rome, modern day Egypt. The King of Kings. See the crown? The King of Kings coming back to destroy Egypt, man. You know, and the Lord's raising up the house of David, bringing out our history of how King David got raised up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, raised up King David to slew Goliath. And you Moabites, you Chinese, and you Ammonites, you Japanese, and you Ishmaelites, you Arabs, and Japheth, all you other heathen nations are going to get destroyed, and you're going to go in slavery, and you're going to serve the children of Israel in the kingdom to come. We're living in the time of the second Exodus, when Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai going to destroy America and give us the kingdom, and the kings of kings at the door. He's right on your back. Call Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and Shalom to the house of David. By Afdawadah, the 144,000 and the 1/3 men, women, and children that are part of the elect are going to receive the kingdom of heaven to come and destroy Egypt. Shalom.
I'm going to prove to y'all.